My child, I see the storm inside your mind, the racing thoughts that never rest, the weight of invisible fears pressing on your chest when all around you seems still. You try to smile, to carry on, to act like everything is under control, but I see past the surface. I see the moments when you lie in bed, unable to quiet your thoughts, staring at the ceiling in the dark, hopping for sleep but instead meeting a flood of memories, regrets, worries, and what-ifs. I know what it feels like when anxiety creeps in without warning, when your breathing shortens, your chest tightens, and you feel like the whole world is pressing down on you. That's why I speak now, gently but firmly, with all the authority of heaven in my voice. Peace, be still. You don't need to carry these waves alone. The storm within you does not frighten me. I calmed the sea with a single command, and I will calm the chaos in your mind with the same voice. Let me in. Let me hold your thoughts and bring order to what feels like confusion. You've tried to silence your anxiety with distraction, with effort, even with isolation. But I am not asking you to try harder. I'm asking you to surrender. Give me the overthinking, the dread, the mental exhaustion. Give me the pressure to always be strong, to always have the answer, to hold everything together. I never asked you to do all of that on your own. I only asked you to trust me. You're not weak because you're overwhelmed. You're not failing just because you feel tired. I am not disappointed in your struggle. I am standing right beside you in it. Every racing thought that tells you you're not enough, every whisper of fear that says you're alone, I see it and I speak against it. I say, peace, be still, not just to the world outside you, but to the waves crashing inside your soul. You don't have to earn my peace. It's already yours. I paid for it with my blood. I give it freely. It's not a feeling, it's a promise. I see the toll it takes when you try to smile through your battles. I know the weight of the silence you carry, the words you don't say, the prayers you whisper when no one's listening. And I want you to know I heard them all. Not a single tear has gone unnoticed. Not one anxious thought has slipped past me. When you thought you were all alone, I was right there, whispering in the stillness, I'm with you. I'll never leave you. When your thoughts begin to spiral, when the fear builds and the past comes crashing in, when you're replaying the mistakes and worrying about what could go wrong, I want you to pause, just for a breath, and remember this. I am not the voice of fear. I am not the voice of shame. I am not the one who accuses. I am the one who covers you in grace. I am the one who defends your mind with truth. My spirit does not bring panic. My presence brings peace. Come close to me now, not with perfect words, not with a steady heart, but just as you are, anxious, unsure, exhausted. You don't have to hide the mess. I step into it. I sit with you in it. And from the inside out, I bring calm where there has been chaos. I'm not afraid of your emotions. I created your soul and I understand your mind better than you do. I know what triggers the fear. I know what memories hurt you. I know the patterns that keep returning, and I have the power to break them. Your peace does not come from pretending everything is okay. Your peace comes from knowing that I am still in control, even when your thoughts are not. The storm in your head does not disqualify you from my love. It draws me closer. I am not waiting for you to fix yourself. I am waiting for you to let go. My love is not fragile. My patience does not run out. I am gentle with your wounds and strong enough to carry what's crushing you. You don't have to live in survival mode anymore. You don't have to brace for impact every morning. You don't have to keep checking the horizon for the next wave of fear. Let me hold your tomorrow. Let me cover your thoughts tonight. I give you permission to rest, not because you've done enough, but because I am enough. Lay down the armor. Let the storm pass. Peace, be still. Those words are not just for the wind and the sea, they are for your mind, your memories, your inner world. Breathe, child, just breathe. Inhale my presence, exhale the pressure. I am not far from you, I am closer than your next breath. When your chest tightens and your thoughts blur, I am the steady hand on your shoulder reminding you you are safe. You are seen. You are surrounded. You are not crazy, not broken beyond repair. You are my creation, and I do not make mistakes. Let that truth anchor you when fear screams the loudest. I give you peace, not like the world gives, but the kind that holds firm when nothing else makes sense. The kind that doesn't depend on your circumstances, but flows from my heart straight into yours. Even now, in the middle of the unknown, I am preparing still waters for you. I am leading you beside quiet streams. The promise I made in Psalm 23 was not just poetry, it was prophecy over your life. I restore your soul, not once, but again and again, every time you come to me. There will be days when the storm returns. I won't lie to you. The waves will rise again, but so will I. I rise with healing in my hands. I rise with authority over every voice of panic. I rise with power in every place that once held fear. And I rise within you, not as a distant hope, but as a living presence. You are not weak for needing peace. You were made to dwell in it. I designed your soul to rest in me. Let the fear fall away now. Let the guilt dissolve. Let the past lose its grip. I'm not holding it against you, so why do you hold on to it? You are already forgiven. You are already clean. Let this be the moment you stop fighting me and start receiving. This is not a test, it's an invitation. Come, sit with me. Let the wind blow outside. Let the chaos swirl. But in this moment, peace, be still. Here with me, you are safe. Even now, I place my hand upon your mind, quieting every anxious thought that rises against the truth of who you are. You are mine. You are beloved. You are protected. You are held. There is no darkness I cannot enter, no fear I cannot calm, no storm I will not still for you. Listen to me again, peace, be still. Let those words take root in you, for they carry my spirit, my power, and my love. And where my love is, fear must go. And if fear tries to rise again tomorrow, I will meet you there too, with new mercy, with new peace. With the same calm voice that called the waters into stillness, I will speak to your heart again. You will not be lost to the noise. You will not be swallowed by the storm. You will stand in peace because I am with you. And when your thoughts try to run ahead into every possible problem that hasn't even happened yet, I will gently bring you back to now, to this moment, to my presence. Because peace doesn't live in the future where your fears grow wild. It lives in my presence, which is always here. Every time your mind starts building stories that scare you, I want you to pause and ask, where is Jesus in this? And I will answer, I am right here. I am not afraid, and you don't have to be either. The mind is a battlefield, and I know how real the fight is for you. You try to pray, but your thoughts wander. You try to worship, but your fears shout louder. You want to believe, but the panic returns in waves. I do not condemn you for that. I created you with a mind that feels deeply, and sometimes it gets overwhelmed. But I'm not asking you to fix your thoughts alone. I'm asking you to invite me into them. Let me speak to the overthinking. Let me speak into the fear. My voice calms what logic can't reach. I don't argue with your anxiety. I overpower it with peace. You've fought long enough. You've carried this weight for too many nights. You've replayed the same conversation, the same regret, the same fear over and over. I see how exhausted you are. I see how your body holds the tension, how your shoulders ache from the burden. My child, you weren't meant to carry this alone. You were meant to lean on me. You were never asked to be the strong one all the time. That's my job. I'm your strength. I'm your shield. I'm your peace. When the voices in your head say, "You'll never get better," or "This will never end," remember who I am. I am the God who calms the wind and waves. I am the one who said, "Peace, be still," and nature obeyed. Your mind is not more powerful than my voice. Your anxiety is not stronger than my love. No darkness in you is darker than my light. So when those voices rise up, speak my name. Even whisper it, Jesus. That one word invites my peace into your storm. You don't have to chase stillness, you just have to receive it. The peace I give isn't something you earn, it's something you inherit. It comes with being mine. It flows from my spirit like a river, gentle but strong, clear and steady. Let that peace wash over your thoughts now. Let it move through every corner of your mind, replacing the noise with stillness. This is not pretend. This is real. My peace is real. I am real, and I am with you. You are not falling apart. You are being held together. Every moment you thought you were at your breaking point, I was there, keeping you from breaking. My hand is the one that steadies you when your knees buckle, when your breath shortens, when your mind can't catch a single peaceful thought. I am your center. I am your foundation. I don't shift or shake when life gets hard. I remain, and so will you. Don't judge yourself for feeling anxious. The world is heavy. Life gets overwhelming, but your feelings are not your identity. They are not the final word. My word is. And my word says you are loved. My word says you are not alone. My word says that perfect love casts out fear. My word says that I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. So hold on to that. Even if it's only with a whisper of faith, hold on. I am not measuring your strength. I am offering mine. You don't need to prove anything to me. You don't need to hide the panic, the tears, the shame. You can show me the trembling hands, the restless mind, the nights you couldn't sleep. I'm not disappointed in your storm. I'm simply determined to calm it. You are not weak because you need help. You are wise to know where your help comes from. It comes from me, the maker of heaven and earth. I remember every prayer you've whispered through trembling lips. Every night you asked, God, when will this end? I heard you, and I never turned away. The storm has raged, but it will not last forever. Even now, my hand is raised over your mind. Even now, I'm speaking into the waves. Even now, peace is rising. It may come slowly like the dawn, but it will come. Hold on, child. The light is on the way. You don't have to believe every thought that enters your mind. Not every thought is from me. The anxious ones, the fearful ones, the hopeless ones, those do not carry my voice. I do not shame you. I do not rush you. I do not leave you alone in the dark. I stay. I wait. I whisper truth again and again until it silences the lies. So the next time your mind tells you you're not enough, come back to my truth. You are chosen. You are seen. You are mine. I have walked with people through storms greater than this one, and I've never let them drown. I walked with Peter on the water. I stood in the boat with the disciples. I sat in the garden the night before my suffering and felt the weight of anxiety press so heavy I sweated blood. I know what it means to feel overwhelmed. I know what it means to say, Father, take this cup from me. And I also know what it means to rise again. And I will help you rise too. Don't fear the storm, it will not destroy you. It's not your enemy, it's an invitation to find your peace in me. Sometimes I calm the storm around you. Sometimes I calm the storm within you. And sometimes I teach you to walk on the waves, knowing I'm right beside you. But no matter what, the storm is never stronger than my presence. So take my hand again. Let the wind blow, let the thunder crash, but hold on. Hold on to me. And when the storm tells you that you're losing, that you're sinking, that you're not going to make it through, I want you to hear my voice louder. Peace, be still. I'm not angry with you. I'm not rushing you to heal faster or figure it all out. I'm simply here right now offering you peace, not as a reward but as a gift, not because you earned it but because you need it. And I am peace. What you feel tonight does not define what's coming tomorrow. What overwhelms you now will not last forever. You will not be stuck here. This is not your home. Fear is not your companion. Anxiety is not your master. I am your shepherd. I lead you beside quiet waters. I restore your soul, and I will keep doing it again and again until your mind no longer believes the storm is stronger than my love. Even if your thoughts race, even if your heart pounds, even if you wake up in the night with fear, I am still here. My peace is still available. My arms are still open, and my love never stops. Not for a moment, not even when you forget me. I remember you, I see you, and I cover you. Let my words be your anchor tonight. Let them soak into the places where the fear has taken root. Let them replace the questions that never end. Let my peace grow slowly like a sunrise, warming every cold corner of your heart. Let your mind start to believe again, not in yourself alone, but in me. I've brought you this far, haven't I? And I will not stop now. When the next page of your life begins, you won't walk into it alone. You'll walk in it with peace surrounding you like a shield, because the one who calms storms walks with you, and his name is Jesus. And I speak over you now, not only into your circumstances, but into your thoughts, your memories, your fears, and your future. I speak peace over the anxious places that no one sees, the hidden corners of your heart that tremble in silence. I know where the real battles are happening, not just in your life, but in your mind. You've been fighting to stay calm, to stay in control, to keep smiling while the storm rages inside. But now I'm asking you to stop fighting alone. Let me step in. Let me be your calm. Let me be the silence that replaces the chaos. Let me be the stillness that surrounds your soul. You were never meant to carry the weight of every what if. I see how your thoughts spin, replaying old hurts, imagining new fears, preparing for every worst-case scenario. I see how tired you are from trying to prepare for pain that hasn't even come. But I am not the author of fear. I'm not the one who floods your mind with doubt or panic. That voice is not mine. I speak gently. I speak truth. I speak freedom. And right now, I speak release over you. Release from fear, release from overthinking, release from the heavy burden of always having to be okay. You're allowed to rest. Even when the world tells you to be strong, I offer you something better. I offer you peace. Not a momentary relief, not a surface-level calm, but a deep and lasting peace that reaches the core of your being. The kind of peace that comes when you know someone stronger than you is holding the wheel. You don't have to drive every outcome. You don't have to fix every problem. You don't have to be everything for everyone. That's not your job. It never was. Your job is to trust me. And I will take care of the rest. You don't need to earn this rest. You don't have to qualify for peace. You don't have to prove that you're worthy. You already are because I chose you. I loved you before you could do a single thing for me. I gave my life for you while you were still hurting, still broken, still unsure. And now, even in your anxious thoughts, I remain steady. I have not changed. I have not left. I am right here, offering you a stillness that doesn't come from this world. It comes from my heart. There's a reason your soul longs for quiet. There's a reason you crave peace so deeply. It's because I placed that longing in you. You were created for communion with me. You were made to walk with me in the cool of the day, without panic, without noise, without the weight of fear crushing your chest. That's not just a dream, it's your birthright. You were never meant to live in fear. You were designed for peace, and I am restoring that to you even now. Let the noise fall away. Let the fear grow quiet. You are not behind, you are not lost, you are not too broken for healing. You are right where I can reach you, and I am reaching now, into the heart of your mind, into the center of the storm, into the moment of overwhelm, and I'm placing my hand over it all, declaring what I've said from the beginning: peace, be still. My peace does not shout, it does not push, it doesn't come with tension or control. My peace flows gently like a river, soft but unshakable. It will reach you. I know how long you've been carrying these thoughts. I know how many times you've tried to push them down, only for them to come back louder. I know what keeps you awake at night and what you pretend doesn't bother you during the day. I know the memory that won't let go. I know the fear you can't name. And I know exactly what you need to heal. Trust me with what feels impossible. Trust me with what feels too messy. I'm not afraid of your storm. Your mind may be loud, but my voice is louder. My truth cuts through confusion. My love silences shame. My word brings clarity where there was fog. I don't need you to be perfect. I just need you to be willing. Willing to bring your thoughts to me. Willing to pause and listen. Willing to open the door and let me speak. Because when I speak, everything changes. The wind listens. The waves obey. And your mind begins to calm. This isn't just encouragement, it's transformation. I'm not here to give you a pep talk. I'm here to give you a new mind, a renewed spirit, a softened heart. You don't have to be the person you were yesterday. You don't have to think the same thoughts you've always thought. I can do something new in you. I can quiet the voices that scream you're not enough. I can bring light into the darkest memories. I can give you peace that doesn't break when pressure comes. You've tried a lot of things to find peace. You've searched for answers in noise, in people, in escape. But true peace can't be found outside of me. I am the source. I am the well that never runs dry. The more you come to me, the more you will be filled. When the world drains you, I restore you. When your thoughts wear you out, I give you rest. I never grow tired of calming you. I never stop loving you. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Even when your faith is small, just a flicker, I honor it. Even when your prayers are weak, I hear them. Even when you're too anxious to say anything, I see your heart and respond with tenderness. I am not far away. I am not angry. I am not impatient. I am with you. I am near to the brokenhearted. I bind up their wounds. I catch every tear. I cradle every thought. I sit in the silence beside you until your breathing slows, your heart softens, and your mind begins to believe again. So here is what I want you to do now. Just be still. Not because everything is fixed, not because you feel strong, but because I am here. I want you to know what it feels like to breathe without fear, to think without spiraling, to sit without pressure, to sleep without dread. This is the life I offer: a mind covered in peace, a heart anchored in love, a soul held in grace. You don't have to chase it anymore. It's already here. I'm already here. You are safe now. Let that truth find its way into your bones. You don't have to be on guard all the time. You don't have to prepare for heartbreak. You don't have to assume the worst. I am your shield. I am your peace. And I'm not going anywhere. You can lay your defenses down. I will protect your heart. I will cover your home. I will calm your thoughts. I will give you rest. If the storm returns, I will not leave. If the fear comes back, I will not grow tired. If the tears fall again, I will not turn away. I will remain. I will sit with you in the dark. I will whisper peace until it becomes your new language. I will hold your hand until your steps are steady again. I'm not in a rush to fix you. I'm here to love you back to life. This is the beginning of your healing. The storm may have shaped you, but it will not define you. The anxiety may have visited you, but it is not your home. You are not a prisoner of fear. You are a temple of peace. You carry my spirit, and where my spirit is, there is freedom. And now, with every breath you take, let that truth sink deeper. You are not alone. You never have been, and you never will be. Even when you couldn't feel me, I was there. Even when you doubted my love, I stayed. Even when your thoughts were too loud to hear my whisper, I never stopped speaking peace over you. My presence doesn't depend on your feelings. I'm not fragile like human love. I don't walk away when things get hard. I remain steady when your emotions shift. My love is constant. My peace is consistent. And my promises are still true even when your mind forgets them. The storm might make you feel lost, but I have never lost sight of you. You are not too far gone. You are not too complicated. You are not too broken to be made whole. I specialize in calming hearts just like yours. You don't need a perfect past. You don't need to get everything right. You only need to come to me as you are, tired, afraid, overwhelmed, and I will meet you with arms open wide. I will meet you with peace that doesn't make sense to the world but will feel like home to your heart. I know the moments when you freeze, when your heart races, your thoughts spin, and your breathing tightens. That feeling of panic, that invisible grip around your chest, I see it, and I speak into it now. You are not trapped. You are not powerless. You are not alone in that moment. When anxiety tries to rise, I rise higher. When fear closes in, I break it open. I wrap your mind in my peace, not just once, but again and again, every time you call on my name. You don't have to figure out how to calm the storm. That's not your job. It's mine. Your job is to listen for my voice, to stay close to my side, and to trust that I will never let the storm take you. You are stronger than you think, not because of your own strength, but because of who walks beside you. I give you peace that holds firm when the waves rise high. I give you peace that carries you when your feet are weak. I give you peace that renews your mind, hour by hour, moment by moment. Let go of the need to understand everything. You don't have to solve it all. You don't have to control the outcome. You don't have to protect yourself from every possible danger. I am your protector. I am your covering. I go before you. I surround you. I hold what you can't hold. I see what you can't see. I carry what you were never meant to carry. So breathe deeply. Let it go. Let the fear go. Let the control go. Let the tension in your shoulders melt under my touch. I created your nervous system. I understand what it feels like when your body shakes, when your chest tightens, when your mind loops the same anxious thought over and over. I am not impatient with your fear. I'm not rolling my eyes or walking away. I draw nearer in those moments. I come closer when others would back away. And I speak with kindness. I remind you who you are. You are not your panic. You are not your thoughts. You are not the storm. You are my child, and you are safe in my arms. You don't need to hide your questions. You can ask me anything. Why is this happening? When will it stop? What if it gets worse? I hear it all. And while I may not answer the way you expect, I always answer with my presence. I answer with my peace. I answer with my spirit, calming your mind from the inside out. I will never leave you with just silence. I will give you stillness. And in that stillness, you'll hear me say again, peace, be still. Let my words become the anchor in your thoughts. When the fear says, it's too much, let my voice say, I will carry you. When anxiety says, you're losing control, let my promise say, I am in control. When the past says, you'll never change, let my truth say, you are already being made new. My word is alive. It's not just something to read, it's something to hold on to. It's something to breathe in. Let it fill your thoughts now. I know the world feels loud. I know the headlines, the pressures, the decisions, the uncertainty. They all pile up and feel too heavy. But remember this, I am not shaken. I am not surprised. I am not confused. I am the Prince of Peace. And I haven't stepped down from the throne. I still hold the stars in place. I still calm the sea. And I still hold your life in my hands. Nothing has changed my plans for you. Nothing has canceled my promises over you. You can rest, truly rest, not just in your body, but in your mind. I want to show you how to live with a quiet spirit even when the world is loud. I want to show you how to walk in peace even when the path is unclear. I want to teach you how to sleep soundly, not because everything is solved, but because your soul knows who is watching over you. I am that one. I never sleep. I never grow tired. I watch over you with love. My child, the night does not scare me. I walk through it with you. I light it with my presence. When the world sleeps, I stay awake, speaking peace over you. I guard your dreams. I quiet the anxious chatter. I hold your heart in perfect peace. The darkness cannot steal what I have given you. It cannot snatch you from my hand. You are protected. You are watched over. You are safe. I don't ask you to be fearless. I simply ask you to come to me with your fear, to lay it down, to trust that I'm big enough to hold it. I'm not asking you to be strong. I'm offering you my strength. I'm not asking you to fake peace. I'm offering you the real thing. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm giving you grace. Everything you need is found in me. Not in the answers, not in the plan, not in the absence of pain, but in my presence. And I am here. Not just as an idea or a comfort from the past, but as your present help, your steady shelter, your quiet place when everything else feels loud. I'm not watching you from a distance. I'm closer than your next breath, holding your heart with a tenderness you didn't know you needed. I'm not disappointed in your anxiety. I'm not frustrated with your fear. I see every racing thought, every restless night, every moment you wish you could slow your mind down, and I don't pull away. I lean in. I wrap my peace around your most fragile places and remind you that you don't have to fix yourself to be safe with me. The world says you have to be strong to hold it all together, to keep smiling no matter what's happening inside. But I say, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. I didn't say that to the perfect. I said it to the overwhelmed. I didn't say it to the peaceful. I said it to the anxious. I didn't demand perfection. I offered presence. You qualify for my peace not because you've earned it, but because I love you. And I don't take that love away when your thoughts feel messy. You may not always feel peace right away. Sometimes it grows slowly, like the morning sun rising behind thick clouds, but it's still there. It's working even in the shadows. When you sit in silence and breathe deeply, inviting me into your thoughts, you are letting the light in. The clouds may not part all at once, but I will warm your heart until the heaviness starts to lift. And when the storm returns, I'll be there again, just as steady, just as kind, speaking once more. Peace, be still. You don't have to manage this storm alone. You've tried being your own anchor. You've tried controlling every detail. You've tried to outthink the fear, to outwork the anxiety. But that's not how peace comes. Peace isn't found in control. Peace is found in surrender. When you give me the storm, I give you stillness. When you hand me your questions, I give you confidence. When you let go of fear, I fill the empty space with hope. Don't believe the lie that your mind is your enemy. Your mind was made by me. It was created for wonder, for imagination, for truth. Yes, it has known pain. Yes, it has held fear, but I am healing it little by little. I am rewiring the thoughts that once led you into panic and turning them into paths of peace. My spirit is renewing you from within. What once felt like a battleground will become a garden, a place where peace grows. When anxious thoughts come, you don't have to run. You don't have to panic. You don't have to fight back with force. I want you to meet them with my word. Speak truth. Say it out loud. Jesus is with me. I will not fear. He restores my soul. I am safe. I am not alone. These aren't just words. They are weapons. They are seeds of peace planted into your thinking, and over time they take root. They crowd out the lies. They bloom with courage. Even when the fear is loud, my promises are louder. You might hear, "You're not safe," but I say, "You are held." You might feel, "You're falling apart," but I say, "You are being held together." You might think, "You can't make it through this," but I say, "You already are." My peace is not based on how much you feel it. It's based on the truth that I never change. I was with you yesterday. I'm with you now. And I'll still be with you tomorrow. There is nothing shameful about needing help. I created you for connection with me and with others. I placed people in your life to walk beside you, to listen, to pray, to help carry the load. Don't isolate yourself in your thoughts. Don't retreat into silence. Let your guard down. Let others in. Let me in. You are not weak for needing support. You are wise for reaching out. Peace grows in community, in honesty, in gentle conversation where fear loses its grip. Remember that even I, in the Garden of Gethsemane, cried out in agony, feeling overwhelmed to the point of death. I wept, I shook, I sweat drops of blood. I know what it feels like to carry sorrow and fear in the body. But I didn't stay in the garden, I rose in power. And you will rise too. This is not where your story ends. This anxiety is not your final identity. Your mind is being renewed, your spirit is being strengthened, and your future is full of light. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect to find peace. You can have it now in the middle of the storm. Peace isn't the absence of difficulty, it's my presence in the middle of it. You might still feel the wind. You might still hear the waves, but if you listen closely, you'll hear my voice above them all, saying what I've always said, peace, be still. Not as a suggestion, but as a command. One the universe obeys, and so will your thoughts. So pause for a moment now. Take a breath slow and deep. Let it remind you that I am near, that you are alive. That peace is possible even here. Every breath is a gift, a gentle rhythm that speaks of my care. You don't need to fear the next one. I'll be with you in that one too, and the next, until fear fades and peace remains. My child, the battle in your mind is not a sign that you failed. It's a place where I am doing some of my deepest work. What feels like struggle is actually sacred ground. Because here, in this very moment, you're learning to trust me. You're learning to lean on me. You're learning that peace isn't a feeling you chase, it's a person you meet. And I am that peace. So when anxiety knocks again, and it may, don't hide, don't shame yourself. Don't think you've gone backwards. Instead, remember this moment. Remember my voice. Remember the stillness that is available to you. You can return here anytime. I'm always ready to meet you. I never grow tired of calming your storms, and I never grow tired of loving you. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being rebuilt with care. My hands are gentle. My words are healing. My presence is home. Let your mind rest in this truth. You are safe, you are loved, and the storm is already fading. Even if you don't see it yet, I see the winds losing strength. I see the waves calming down. I see your heart beginning to believe again. You are learning to rest. You are learning to trust. And that's the miracle I've been working in you all along. You don't have to feel perfect to know that peace is near. You only have to breathe and remember who is in the boat with you. The storm doesn't scare me. It never has. And because I'm with you, it has no power to sink you. You've grown so much, even in ways you don't yet recognize. Every time you chose to pray through the panic, to speak my name in the middle of fear, to pause when your thoughts ran wild, those moments mattered. I saw them. I counted everyone. I rejoiced over your courage. Growth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, like roots stretching deeper beneath the surface. And in you, my child, deep roots are forming. Roots that will hold you steady no matter what winds may come. I want you to know how proud I am of you, not because you fixed everything, not because you never fall, but because you keep coming back. You keep looking for me. You keep choosing to stay when fear tells you to run. That kind of courage is sacred. It is the kind of faith that moves mountains. It's the kind of heart I cherish. You are not failing. You are becoming. And I am walking with you through every step. When your mind tries to pull you into fear again, don't panic. Don't believe that the storm has won. Just return to the rhythm of grace. Return to my voice. Return to the promise that I never leave. You don't need a new strategy. You just need my presence. And I promise I am never far. Even when the sky looks dark, even when you can't feel anything good, I am still here, still speaking, still working peace into your bones. Your healing is not a race. Your mind is not a battlefield I expect you to win alone. I am your Prince of Peace. I fight for you. I stand between you and the chaos. I take every lie, every anxious thought, and I speak over it with love that cannot be silenced. You do not have to do this by yourself. Let me be your anchor. Let me be your rest. Let me be your covering on the nights when your thoughts are too loud to bear. And when you feel like you've gone backwards, like the anxiety is returning, I want you to remember something important. Healing is not a straight line. Peace is not a destination you reach once and never touch again. It is a promise you return to every day, and I am faithful to meet you every time. My presence is not like the world's comfort. It doesn't fade with time or distance. It increases the more you come. The more you draw near to me, the more I fill you. Even now, as you listen to my words, something is shifting. Your shoulders are relaxing. Your chest is softening. Your breathing is slower. That's not an accident. That's my peace working in you. It's not a trick. It's not wishful thinking. It's my spirit calming the storm from within. You didn't have to do anything to deserve it. You just had to be here. You just had to open your heart. And I did the rest. You are not your anxiety. You are not your worst day. You are not the thoughts that come and go. You are mine. You are chosen. You are beloved. You are a resting place for my spirit, and I am not going anywhere. Your mind is safe with me. Your future is safe with me. Your peace is protected because I am the one guarding it. I do not fall asleep. I do not look away. I do not change my mind about you. Let that truth be louder than the fear. Let my love outshine the worry. When your thoughts rise like a tide, let my presence be the shore that holds them back. You are not drowning. You are being held. You are not forgotten. You are being restored. Every moment you've survived has brought you here, not to collapse, but to rise again in quiet strength. You are stronger than the storm because I am stronger within you. You've asked me for peace, and I have answered, not just with words, but with myself. I am the answer. I am the peace. I am the stillness your soul is searching for. I do not give like the world gives. I give with no strings attached. I give peace that lasts through night terrors and uncertain days. I give peace that comforts the grieving, soothes the anxious, and renews the weary. I give peace that wraps around your spirit like a warm blanket on a cold night. And when the enemy tries to stir your thoughts again, through fear, through accusation, through painful memories, I will remind you of this moment. I will remind you that the war has already been won. I will remind you that I overcame the world, and nothing you face is stronger than my name. I do not step back in fear. I step in with victory. And because you belong to me, that victory belongs to you. You will not be defined by your struggle. You will be defined by your healing. Your story will not end in panic. It will end in peace. Your testimony will not be one of fear. It will be one of freedom. I am writing that story now, word by word, day by day, thought by thought. You don't have to write it yourself. Just walk with me. Just keep breathing, keep trusting, and let peace be your new rhythm. The storm you feared most is already losing its power. The winds are growing quiet. The darkness is lifting. The thoughts that once overwhelmed you are beginning to lose their grip. This is what healing feels like. It's slow, sometimes invisible, but always real. And I promise you it's happening, even now, even here. You are not too late. You are not too far behind. You are not disqualified from the peace I give. You are exactly where I can meet you and exactly who I came to restore. So come closer. Stay near. Let every breath be a prayer and every heartbeat be a reminder that you are not alone. Not now, not ever. There is no day you will wake up without me. There is no night so dark that I won't be right there beside you. Even when your mind is tired and your prayers are only whispers, I still hear you. When your faith feels small, I call it enough. When your strength runs out, I pour mine into your soul. I am not waiting for you to impress me. I am waiting for you to receive me. I am not looking for performance. I am offering presence. And in that presence, your mind finds rest. Your body finds release. Your heart begins to beat with peace instead of panic. This is the sacred exchange I offer. Your fear for my faithfulness, your tension for my tenderness, your questions for my quiet answers. I never run out of peace. I never grow tired of calming your storms. So even if you've asked 1,000 times before, ask again. Come again. Rest again. I will never say no. You don't need to hold everything together. That's my job. I am the one who holds your life in balance. I am the one who holds your mind steady. When you feel like everything is slipping, I'm holding tighter. You are not losing control. You're letting go into the hands of someone who never drops what he loves. And I love you deeply, fiercely, eternally. My love does not fade in hard times. My peace does not leave when anxiety rises. I stay. Some days will be harder than others. Some mornings you may wake up and feel the storm before you even open your eyes. But remember this, nothing you feel can cancel my promise. Feelings come and go, but my word stands forever. Peace, be still is not just a verse. It is my vow to you. I will say it as many times as you need to hear it. I will whisper it in the middle of the night. I will shout it over the lies in your head. I will tattoo it on your soul with every moment you turn to me. You may not realize it, but you are healing even when you feel stuck. Healing is not the absence of struggle, it's the presence of grace in the middle of it. Every time you choose faith instead of fear, hope instead of panic, rest instead of rushing, you are healing. And I am celebrating every step. Heaven rejoices when even one of my children begins to believe that peace is possible, and I rejoice over you. Let me show you how to live lightly. Let me carry the burdens that crush your joy. Let me walk with you through the clutter of your thoughts and gently sweep away the lies. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not here to scold you. I'm here to heal you. I'll sit with you as long as it takes. I'll walk with you at your pace. I'll remind you every hour, if needed, that you are loved, safe, and seen. You are more than your lowest moment. You are more than the chaos in your mind. You are a temple of my spirit, a dwelling place of peace. My presence fills you, surrounds you, flows through you. Even now, I am rewiring the patterns that kept you anxious. I am rewriting the stories that kept you afraid. The fear that once had power over you will be powerless in my presence. Every moment you felt overwhelmed, every tear, every tight breath, every trembling prayer, I collected them all. I haven't wasted a single one. They've become the soil for something new, a stronger faith, a quieter mind, a deeper trust. You may not see the full picture yet, but you are stepping into peace, and peace is stepping into you. Let yourself feel safe again. Let yourself believe that the worst is not ahead of you, but behind you. Let yourself expect good things again. You don't need to live in constant tension. I am not a God of pressure. I am the God of peace. I don't push you harder. I lead you gently. I don't rush you. I walk with you. And I don't condemn you. I cover you. I know you've tried to be strong for so long. I see how exhausted you are from pretending you're fine. But you don't have to pretend with me. You can collapse into my arms. You can let go of the performance. You can breathe, cry, fall apart if needed, and I will still be here, holding every piece, loving every part of you. There's no version of you I will ever reject. Let my peace quiet your inner critic. Let it silence the voice that says you're not enough. Let it calm the part of you that's always bracing for something to go wrong. I am not preparing you for disaster. I am preparing you for restoration. I am not warning you of pain. I am walking you into peace. I will not let fear write your story. I will not let anxiety steal your joy. You belong to me, and I protect what is mine. When you feel the storm rise again, pause, close your eyes, whisper my name, Jesus. In that moment, the wind loses its grip. the fear loses its voice. The racing thoughts begin to slow because my name carries power. My name brings light into darkness. My name breaks chains and opens doors. And over your life, my name is written in love. This peace I give you, it's not fragile. It doesn't crack under pressure. It doesn't vanish in the night. It is anchored in my resurrection, sealed in my blood, carried by my spirit. It is a peace that cannot be stolen, not by memories, not by trauma, not by fear, because I gave it to you and I do not take back what I give in love. So breathe again, slowly, deeply. Breathe in the truth that you are free, that you are not alone, that I am enough for this moment and every moment to come. Let the peace I planted in you grow stronger now. Let it stretch its roots deeper. Let it blossom in places that were once barren. I am not finished. I am just beginning something beautiful in you. What once felt like brokenness is becoming your testimony. What once kept you up at night is becoming your message of hope. The places where anxiety tried to build walls are now becoming open fields of peace. I'm not patching you up. I'm renewing you completely. From the inside out, I am changing the way your mind experiences the world. And soon, the same thoughts that once brought fear will be transformed into thoughts filled with grace, stillness, and clarity. You may not feel different all at once. You may still wake up to mornings where your mind is foggy or your heart is heavy. But don't mistake slow healing for no healing. Don't confuse stillness with silence. I am working even in the quiet. I am speaking even in the pauses. Just because the noise has faded doesn't mean I've gone. It means I'm giving you space to rest. That is part of the miracle too. Do you remember how often your thoughts used to control your peace? How quickly one fearful idea could spiral into panic? Look at how far you've come. Now when fear whispers, you pause. Now you turn to me. That's what peace looks like in the making. It's not perfection, it's progression. You are learning a new way to live, and I am proud of you. Even the smallest steps toward calmness are victories worth celebrating. My love is not measured by your performance. I'm not keeping score, I'm keeping you safe. You don't need to earn my protection, it's already yours. My peace is not a reward, it's your inheritance. You were made to carry my presence, and that presence includes peace. So from now on, I want you to expect it. Not as a rare moment, but as your new normal. Expect to sleep deeply. Expect to wake up with clarity. Expect to walk through each day knowing I am near. Let go of the habit of waiting for the next crisis. That mindset was built in fear, not in faith. You don't have to prepare for disaster anymore. Prepare for goodness. Prepare for rest. Prepare for breakthrough. I am not the author of panic. I am the giver of peace. And I am inviting you into a season where fear no longer leads you and anxiety no longer decides your steps. You were made to follow my voice, and my voice is gentle, not rushed, peaceful, not chaotic. Let this new rhythm begin now. Let your evenings be filled with calm. Let your mornings begin with gratitude instead of dread. Let your days carry a quiet joy that doesn't fade, even when things don't go as planned. That is what it means to walk with me, not without problems, but with peace that carries you through them. I will not promise that life will be easy, but I promise that I will make it holy. I will make it whole. You are not the only one going through this. So many around you are also facing storms in their minds, silent battles, invisible burdens, heavy thoughts they don't know how to speak aloud. And because you are walking through this storm with me, I will one day use your journey to help others find their peace too. You will become a light. You will speak from a place of real compassion. You will know how to say, I understand and I know where peace lives. And that place will be me. You will not always be the one who needs rescue. There will be a day when your mind is so steady, your peace so strong, that others will lean on your story for hope. Not because you became perfect, but because you let me carry you through the storm. And what I built in you will be unshakable. You will no longer fear the waves because you will remember who walks on water. I want you to start practicing peace even before you feel it fully. Speak it over yourself. Say, I receive peace. I rest in Jesus. I am not afraid. My mind is calm. My soul is safe. These words are not empty. They are declarations of truth. And truth has power to change the atmosphere inside your heart. Keep speaking them. Keep planting them. Even if your feelings disagree at first, your spirit is listening and I am working. You are not failing just because fear still shows up. You are not weak because the storm hasn't disappeared completely. Strength is not the absence of struggle. It's the choice to keep turning back to me when the wind starts to blow. And you have chosen well. Every time you turn to me instead of giving up, heaven rejoices. I rejoice. I celebrate your growth, even when you don't see it. The thoughts that once controlled you are losing their grip. Slowly, yes, but surely, you will think differently. You will feel differently. The mind that once held fear will soon be filled with praise. The heart that once trembled will soon be at rest. The voice that once cried out in panic will sing in peace. That is my promise to you. That is what I'm doing in you even now. My child, you've heard many voices in your life, some loving, some hurtful, some fearful, but I want mine to be the loudest now. Not in volume, but in presence. I want my voice to be the one you turn to when you don't know what to do. I want my words to be the first ones you remember when your thoughts try to run wild. I want peace. Be still to live so deep in your memory that even in chaos, it rises up without effort. I'm not finished with your healing. I'm not done calming the storm. This isn't just a moment, it's a movement, a new way of being, a deeper way of living. You were never meant to carry anxiety every day. You were never meant to walk through life bracing for impact. I have better for you. I have rest for you. I have joy for you. And I'm offering it now. Will you take it? Will you let go of the need to control and receive what only I can give? You don't need to be perfect. You only need to be open. That's all. Just open your heart to my peace. Let me fill the space where fear used to live. I will take my place there, not as a guest, but as your king. Let my peace rule your heart. Let it protect your mind. Let it stand at the gate of your thoughts and guard what comes in. Let it shape your responses. Let it guide your decisions. Let it overflow into the way you speak, the way you rest, the way you love. You are not the same as you were before. Already my spirit is transforming you. Already my peace is growing in you like a tree planted by living water. And that peace will not dry up, not in the heat, not in the pressure, not even in the next storm, because I am with you. Not for a season, not only on the good days, but every moment, through every storm, in every room, at every hour. You don't have to earn my presence. I'm already here. You don't have to shout for me to listen. I'm already near. Your tears are heard before they fall. Your silence is not empty to me. I read it like a prayer. Even when your lips cannot speak, your heart still reaches me. And I answer not with judgment, but with gentle peace. I have walked beside you when no one else noticed your pain. I stood beside your bed when the weight in your chest made it hard to breathe. I was with you in that bathroom where you cried in silence so others wouldn't hear. I was in the hallway where your hands shook with fear. And in every place you thought no one saw you, I did. I never left. Not once. Not for a second. And I never will. You were never meant to battle your thoughts in isolation. You were meant to walk in communion with me and with those I've placed around you. I want to teach you how to invite peace into your relationships, into your family, into the way you speak to yourself. Peace is not only a feeling, it's a way of living, a way of responding, a way of showing up in the world with calm when everything around you feels loud. I can teach you how. You might be used to overthinking, to preparing for the worst, to waiting for something to go wrong. But I'm asking you now to shift your gaze. Look for the good, expect the peace. Watch how I move. I am not a God who hides. I reveal, I restore, I speak. And I will continue to speak to you every single day until your mind is so familiar with my voice that fear becomes unrecognizable. You are not cursed. You are not abandoned. You are not being punished. You are being rebuilt. You are in the middle of a miracle. Sometimes miracles look like sudden changes, but often they look like daily peace in places that used to bring panic. That's what I'm doing in you. I'm making peace your default. I'm turning your mind from battlefield into sanctuary. I'm filling the halls of your thoughts with worship instead of worry. Do you feel it even now? That slow softening in your chest, that quiet sense that maybe, just maybe, you're safe. That's me. That's my peace. It doesn't scream. It doesn't demand. It simply enters and stays. It brings comfort in the night and steadiness in the morning. It helps you get through things that once felt impossible. My peace doesn't make everything easy. It makes everything possible. And the more you allow my peace to grow in you, the more it will spread through your life. Your words will be softer. Your eyes will be calmer. Your voice will carry grace. Your home will shift. Your family will notice. Your atmosphere will change, not because you forced it, but because you surrendered. Surrender is the soil where peace grows best. Let me help you unlearn the fear. Let me rewrite the lies that say it's never going to get better. Let me sit with you in the quiet and untangle every anxious thought like knots in a child's hair, gently, patiently, without shame. I won't rush you. I won't scold you. I'll stay right here, one thought at a time, until the storm in your mind has nothing left to say. And when anxiety tries to return, as it sometimes will, don't panic. Don't think you've lost your peace. Peace is not a glass that shatters, it's a river that flows. Sometimes it feels still, sometimes it feels deep, but it is always moving within you. Let it wash over the panic. Let it move beneath the fear. You don't have to feel strong to remain steady. You only need to stay connected to me. You are not failing because the fear still knocks. You are winning every time you let my peace answer the door. You are winning when you breathe instead of react. You are winning when you speak truth to yourself. You are winning when you pray, even if your voice shakes. Victory does not always look like shouting on mountaintops. Sometimes it looks like whispering my name in the valley, and I honor both. I want you to believe again, not just that I exist, but that I am good to you, that I delight in calming your soul, that I find joy in giving you rest, that I sing over you in the night and walk beside you through every moment of the day. Your peace matters to me, not as a reward, but as a gift I created you to enjoy. I died to give it to you. I rose to make it unshakable, and now I live to pour it into your heart without end. Let your memories be touched by my peace. Let the painful ones lose their sting. Let the old fears fade in the light of my presence. What once haunted you will become a testimony. What once held you back will be the place you rise from. You are not bound by your past. You are not the same person who walked into that storm. You are being made new right here, right now. It's okay to rest. You don't have to be hypervigilant anymore. You don't have to scan the room for threats. You don't have to play every scenario in your head to stay safe. I am your safety. I am the one who sees what you don't. And I am not asking you to live in fear. I am asking you to live in faith, even when faith looks like letting go of the need to know. My dear child, your brain is not broken. Your heart is not defective. You are not too much. You are not too weak. You are simply human, and I came to dwell in human hearts. I came to bring peace to real minds with real battles, and I have chosen to dwell in you. You are the temple where my spirit rests. You are the dwelling where my peace resides. And from now on, every step you take is covered, because wherever you go, my peace goes with you. It surrounds you like a shield, covering your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions. It walks ahead of you into conversations you haven't had yet. It lingers behind to protect you from the weight of regret. It fills the present moment like a warm light, clearing away shadows you once thought would never leave. My peace isn't limited by space or time. It is eternal because I am eternal, and I have made my home in you. You don't need a perfect environment to feel peace. You don't need silence around you to know stillness within you. My peace doesn't depend on what others say or do. It doesn't break when plans change. It doesn't flee when tension rises. It holds steady because it is rooted in who I am, not in what the world gives. That's why I told you my peace I give to you, not as the world gives. The world offers escape. I offer restoration. You've searched for peace in many places, in distraction, in productivity, in people, in perfection. But true peace, the kind that quiets storms and rebuilds weary minds, is found only in me. And now you've found it, or rather it has found you. I've been drawing you here from the beginning. Every moment of tension was met with my invitation. Every anxious night was another chance for me to whisper, "Come to me. Let me carry what you can't." And now I want you to begin seeing yourself differently. You are not fragile. You are not broken. You are not a person barely holding on. You are beloved. You are carried. You are secure. I have placed my hand upon your mind, and I am not removing it. You may still have hard days, but your identity is no longer tied to how those days feel. You are not defined by the storm. You are defined by the one who calms it. Let my words be the mirror you look into each morning. Not your fears, not the voices of your past, not your worst thoughts. Let my truth shape the way you speak to yourself. When you wake up, say, "I am held. I am not alone. I have peace because Jesus is with me." These simple words are more than affirmations. They are weapons in a world that tries to steal your stillness. They are reminders that your foundation is unshakable. You don't have to wait for the next crisis to draw near to me. Come now. Come when things are calm, when your thoughts are quiet, when your heart feels steady. My presence isn't only for the desperate, it's for the devoted. I want to walk with you in joy, not just carry you through pain. I want to teach you how to live in peace, not just how to survive anxiety. There's more for you, so much more. Do you see it now? This is more than a comfort, it's a calling. I am not only calming your storm, I am commissioning you to be a carrier of peace in a restless world. What I am doing in your heart, I want to multiply through your life. You will bring calm to chaotic places. You will speak truth into anxious spaces. You will carry stillness into rooms where others only see panic, because I live in you and I am peace. But before I send you, I heal you. I don't ask you to give what you haven't received. So keep receiving. Keep soaking in this moment. Keep letting go of the weight. The more you release, the more I fill. The more you surrender, the more you receive. My spirit has no limit and my peace has no end. I can restore every corner of your mind, every pathway, every memory, every place where fear once lived. Even now, I am doing that. Even as you sit here listening, something is shifting. I'm breaking strongholds that have lasted for years. I'm lifting guilt you didn't know you still carried. I'm loosening knots of fear that tightened so long ago you forgot what life was like without them. You may not feel it all at once, but trust me, it's real. The healing is real. The peace is real. I am real. You've come such a long way, and I know some days it still feels like a struggle, but I want you to pause and see the progress. You are not who you were. Your responses are softer. Your heart is more open. Your spirit is more grounded. That is not small. That is a miracle, and it's only the beginning. I didn't bring you through the storm just so you could return to survival. I brought you through it so you could live with confidence, with clarity, with calm. I want your life to be filled with the fruit of peace, steady emotions, restful nights, sound decisions, relationships marked by grace. That kind of life is possible, not because you're perfect, but because you're walking with me. There is a peace that surpasses understanding. It doesn't always make sense to those around you. They may still see your circumstances and wonder how you're so calm, but you will know. You will remember these words. You will remember this promise. And you'll say to yourself again, "Peace, be still." And it will work, not because the words are magic, but because I am faithful. You will teach others how to rest. You will comfort those who are where you once were. You will guide others through storms with the wisdom that comes only from experience. And when they ask you how you learned to live this way, you will point to me. You'll say, "It wasn't me, it was Jesus. He sat with me in the storm. He spoke peace over my mind. He never left. And He's here for you too." This journey is sacred. Every painful moment you've survived is being redeemed. I never waste a tear. I never overlook a sigh. I catch it all and turn it into something beautiful. You will see it. You will live it. You will carry it. My peace is not just for today, it's for the rest of your life, and even beyond. So now let your heart be still. Let your thoughts exhale. Let the fear finally fall silent. I am not done speaking. I am just getting started. The peace you felt here is only the beginning of what I'm building in you. It's not temporary, not fleeting, not something that comes and goes like the weather. It is becoming part of you now, woven into your thoughts, written into your breath, etched into your emotions. I am not adding peace to your life like an accessory. I am rebuilding your life on peace as its foundation, its frame, its roof and walls. The old way of thinking no longer has power over you. The patterns of panic that once ruled your mind are losing their grip. They may still knock, they may still whisper, but they don't command you anymore. You've tasted a different way now. You've walked through the valley with me and learned that I am not just the God of comfort. I am the God of transformation. I don't just sit with you in the storm. I lead you out of it. And when I bring you out, I make sure you're stronger than before. You don't need to wait for everything around you to change before you live in peace. Your mind can be still even when your world is not. My peace is powerful enough to stand in the middle of noise and say, "You are safe." It can stand in the middle of conflict and say, "You are whole." It can stand in the middle of uncertainty and say, "You are held." Because peace is not the absence of pressure, it is the presence of my spirit. Let your body believe that now. Let your chest rise with freedom. Let your shoulders drop their weight. Let your mind stop bracing for the next emergency. I am not just calming your thoughts. I am healing your nervous system, your breath, your sleep, your senses. The places in your body that once carried fear are learning to feel safe again. The trauma that once echoed through your nerves is being replaced with stillness. I'm not only healing your heart, I'm restoring your whole being. And because you are being restored, you will begin to move through life differently. No longer reacting from fear, but responding with wisdom. No longer speaking from panic, but from peace. No longer shrinking in shame, but standing in confidence. That is the new rhythm I'm teaching you. A rhythm of rest, even while the world spins fast. A rhythm of trust, even when the path ahead isn't clear. A rhythm of grace that lets you try again without fear of failure. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to prove anything. You only have to stay close to me. I'm not calling you to be impressive. I'm calling you to be present with me. That's where your peace lives. Not in solving everything, not in predicting the future, not in controlling outcomes. Peace lives in my presence. And you have full access to me always, day or night, calm or chaos, high or low. I am yours and you are mine. I want you to begin expecting calm, Expect clarity, expect healing thoughts, expect sleep that actually restores you, expect emotions that don't overwhelm you, expect a new way to live. Not because you'll never face stress again, but because you've learned to walk through it with me. You've learned where your help comes from, and it no longer comes from within your own strength, it comes from my spirit. You've asked before, what if the fear comes back? But here's what I say, even if it does, I'll still be here, and I'll still speak peace. Again and again, without limit, without frustration. You never exhaust my patience. You never drain my love. I'm not measuring how quickly you get better. I'm walking with you every step, every thought, every breath. That's what love looks like. It stays. You're not behind, you're not broken, you're being remade. Piece by piece, layer by layer, I'm doing something new in you. The world may not see it right away, but you will feel it. In the way you carry yourself, in the way you breathe, in the way you don't panic when you used to, in the way your spirit no longer trembles at every unknown. That's peace. That's growth. That's me. Let yourself enjoy it. Let yourself believe that you were created to live in this peace. Not visit it, not borrow it, but live in it. Like a home with open windows and soft light and steady warmth. My peace is your dwelling now. It is not fragile. It is not conditional. It is yours by promise. It is yours by my blood. It is yours because I said so, and when I speak, it is done. The same voice that calmed the sea now calms your soul. The same hands that healed the sick now hold your heart. The same spirit that raised me from the grave now lives in you. That is why peace is your portion. That is why fear must go. That is why anxiety has no final say. Because resurrection lives in you now, and resurrection always speaks peace over death, calm over chaos, light over shadow. Let that be your truth from now on. Let that be the anchor when your mind drifts. Let it be the shield when fear knocks. Let it be the rhythm you walk in, not just tonight, but every day forward. Not because of your strength, but because of mine. I am strong enough for both of us. I am calm enough for both of us. I am present enough for every storm you'll ever face. So when the winds rise again, as they sometimes do, remember what I said. Not just once, but many times. With love, with power, with authority, peace, be still. And those words are not done working in you yet. Every time you remember them, they will carry the same weight, the same authority, the same healing power. Because my voice does not fade with time. It does not grow distant. It remains as close as your breath and as steady as your heartbeat. I don't whisper peace just to calm a moment. I speak it to establish a new reality inside you. You're not simply calming down, you're being rewired. You're not just relaxing, you're being rebuilt. Every anxious pathway in your mind that once led to fear is now being redirected to truth. Where panic once had permission, now peace takes residence. Where shame once echoed, now my mercy sings. Where despair once grew roots, I now plant hope. You are not just healing, you are being transformed. This transformation touches every part of your life. Your habits shift, your voice softens, your reactions slow. Not by your effort, but by my spirit working gently within you. You'll begin to notice how your thoughts choose trust more quickly than dread. You'll recognize how your body releases tension without having to be forced. This is the result of walking with me. Not a quick fix, but a deep change, a holy repatterning. You are learning that rest is not weakness. Stillness is not laziness. Silence is not emptiness. All of these are sacred spaces where I speak, where I heal, where I pour love into your being. You've been taught to hustle, to perform, to prepare for the worst. But I'm teaching you now to breathe, to listen, to simply be. Not because the world stops, but because I hold the world and I hold you too. The storm in your mind has always told you to run. Run to distractions. run to control, run to fear. But I'm inviting you to do something radical. Stay. Stay in this moment. Stay in my presence. Stay with your heart open, your breathing slow, your mind unclenched. The enemy wants to convince you that you must earn peace, but I already paid for it. It is yours. Stay and receive it. Even your nighttime hours will change. What once kept you tossing and turning will begin to fade. Your bed will no longer feel like a battlefield. It will become a sanctuary. Your pillow, a place of release. Your blankets, a covering of peace. I will surround your rest with my angels, and I will breathe stillness into your soul as you sleep. And when you wake, it won't be with panic, but with purpose. That's because peace is not passive. It's powerful. It doesn't mean nothing matters. It means you now know what matters most. It's not the fear, not the failures, not the what-ifs. It's me, my nearness, my love, my plan, my spirit alive in you. Those things matter most. And when you build your life on that truth, the storms lose their power because the foundation cannot be shaken. You are not just walking out of anxiety, you're stepping into identity. You are a person of peace, a carrier of calm, a dwelling place for grace. That doesn't mean you'll never feel afraid again. It means fear no longer gets the final word. My peace does, and it always will. When others around you crumble, you will remain. When the winds howl, you will rest. When the enemy accuses, you will smile, because you know who you are and whose you are. Let this new truth become familiar. Let it settle into your bones. Let it run through your bloodstream. You were created for this. You were not made to live in crisis. You were not designed to live in panic. You were formed in love by peace for peace. And now you are returning to your true design. This is not foreign. This is home. And if ever you forget, I will remind you again. That's what I do. I am not tired of repeating myself. I do not grow weary of helping you find your way back. If I have to whisper peace, be still 10,000 times a day, I will. If I have to speak it over every thought, I will. If I have to rebuild your trust from the ground up, I will. I am not intimidated by your process. I am committed to your peace. Your healing journey is holy. Every step you take is sacred. There's no shame in your pace. There's no rush in your rhythm. There's only grace upon grace and peace upon peace. The world may demand more, louder, faster, but I call you into less, deeper, slower. Not because I want you to fall behind, but because I want you to last. You are not a firework. You are a candle meant to burn with purpose through the night. Let me carry the urgency. Let me handle the unknowns. Let me be the one who watches over what you cannot see. You do not have to live in mental alarm. You do not have to overanalyze everything to stay safe. I am your safety. I am your shepherd. As Psalm 23 says, I lead you beside still waters. I restore your soul. That restoration is happening now. You don't have to go back to who you used to be. You don't have to perform for peace. You don't have to hustle to earn healing. My gift is not earned, it's given. My peace is not a reward, it's a promise. And you, my child, are the recipient of that promise tonight, right here, right now. Let your whole body believe it. From the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, let peace take its place. I created your body not to be a home for panic, but a sanctuary for my spirit. Your chest was not meant to carry dread. Your stomach was not meant to twist with fear. Your hands were not made to tremble with anxiety. Every cell of your being was designed to live under my peace, because I dwell in you, and where I dwell, there is rest. You may not have known it before, but I've always been here, breathing peace into you when you didn't ask, whispering calm when you didn't hear it, wrapping you in comfort when you didn't feel it. I was there in every sleepless night, holding your spirit even when your body shook. I didn't abandon you when you were overwhelmed. I stayed, and I stay still. There is no moment when I walk away, Not when you're tired, not when you're angry, not when the thoughts spiral out of control. I remain. Even when your prayers feel weak, I hear them with power. Even when your voice trembles, I answer with strength. Even when you don't know what to say, I fill the silence with grace. I am not disappointed in you. I'm devoted to you. Start talking to me like I'm this close, because I am. Speak to me in the middle of the tension. Invite me in when your thoughts race. When anxiety spikes like a sudden wave, don't panic, pause, call on me. Just say, Jesus, calm my mind, Jesus, still my heart, and I will answer. I always answer. Not always with loud miracles, but always with real presence. Sometimes the storm ends with a shout. Sometimes it ends with a whisper. But either way, I bring it to an end because I have authority over the wind. I have authority over your brain. I have authority over the patterns that once controlled you. I hold the keys to every mental prison, and I've unlocked the door for you. You don't have to stay trapped in anxious thinking. You can walk out right now, and I will walk out with you. Every breath you take from now on can be a prayer. Every time your lungs fill, you can say, your peace fills me. Every time you exhale, you can say, your fear leaves me. It doesn't have to be complicated. I'm not listening for perfect words. I'm listening for your heart. And every time your heart turns toward me, I respond with love. Not judgment, not criticism. Love, every single time. Let your prayers become rhythms. Let them guide your mornings and settle your nights. Let them reset your body, rewire your thoughts, restore your rhythm. There is no wrong time to pray. There is no part of your mind I cannot reach. Invite me into all of it. The messy thoughts, the confusing emotions, the lingering fears, the tension behind your eyes. I want it all, not to shame you, but to heal you. I will show you how to walk through each day with new rhythms, no longer reacting with panic, but responding with peace, no longer escaping, but engaging, no longer fearing, but trusting. I will teach you how to pause before rushing, how to breathe before speaking, how to rest without guilt. This is not just about getting through the storm, it's about living differently forever. I know the scars the storm has left. I know the exhaustion that comes after surviving for so long. That's why I don't just calm the storm, I carry you after. I don't disappear when the sky clears, I stay. I walk with you through the quiet. I restore your strength slowly, gently. I speak identity where the storm once shouted fear. I remind you who you are, not what the anxiety told you, but what I created you to be. You are steady, you are covered, you are chosen, you are mine. My spirit is not shaken by your panic. My peace is not undone by your doubt. My love does not depend on your stability, it brings you into stability. So even on the days when fear tries to return, you are still safe, because I am still here, and I'm not leaving. There is no place you can go where my peace will not follow. There is no room too dark for my light. No thought too loud for my voice, no fear too deep for my hand. I go with you into the places you dread. I stand with you in the conversations that make your heart race. I speak for you when you forget how to pray. I hold you even when you can't feel it. I am more real than your fear and more lasting than your anxiety. I know what your mind has been through. I see how hard you've tried. But now it's time to stop striving and start trusting. Let me take you further into calm. Let me build a new pattern of peace that doesn't just visit you but lives in you. This isn't the end of your healing, it's the turning point. This is where anxiety begins to lose its grip, not because of willpower, but because of presence, because of my peace, because of me. And just as I calmed the wind with 3 words, I still speak them now. Peace, be still. Not just over your surroundings, but over your soul. Over the places in your mind that have carried fear like a burden for too long. Over the memories that keep circling. over the voices that try to convince you that you'll never change. I silence them now with my authority. Not your effort, not your strength, my authority. And it is enough. You are no longer a prisoner to your patterns. You are no longer defined by your past. You are no longer labeled by the panic that once ruled your nights. That is not who you are. You are not your worst day. You are not your loudest fear. You are not your lowest thought. You are mine, and I call you free. I call you calm. I call you whole. That doesn't mean you'll never feel anxious again. But now you know what to do when it comes. You don't run, you return. You don't spiral, you breathe. You don't freeze, you pray. And in that moment, my spirit meets you. Not with condemnation, but with compassion. Not with distance, but with nearness. I'm not watching from afar, shaking my head. I'm sitting beside you, holding your hand. You may not always feel strong, but you are being made strong. You may not always feel healed, but you are being healed. This is not about pretending everything is fine. This is about trusting that I am good even when everything is not fine. And that trust will carry you farther than fear ever could. Trust anchors your heart where fear used to drift. Your healing is not a test, it is a testimony. Others will see it. They will hear the change in your voice. They will notice the calm in your eyes. They will ask where it came from. And you will say it came from Jesus. You don't have to hide your past. You don't have to be ashamed of the storm. I will use even that for glory. Nothing is wasted, not even your anxiety. You will become a safe place for others because you've learned how to find safety in me. You will speak peace into rooms where tension once lived. You will bring stillness to others, not because you have all the answers, but because you carry my presence. And my presence speaks louder than fear, even when your mouth is silent. Even your quiet becomes holy when it is filled with my spirit. Remember the words of Psalm 46, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is not passive, it's powerful. It is a knowing, a deep, immovable confidence that I am still in control even when your world is not. This stillness will become your strength. You don't need to shout to overcome. You don't need to panic to prepare. You only need to be still and let me be God. Let these words write themselves into your mind. I am safe. I am held. I am not alone. Let them become your inner soundtrack when the noise rises again. And it will rise, but so will your peace. So will your trust. So will your awareness that I have never left. I do not abandon in storms, I shine through them. And even when the storm is over, I stay. Because this is not just about a moment of relief, it's about a lifestyle of peace. One that walks with me in the cool of the day. One that lies down and sleeps without fear. One that wakes up without dread. One that lives with open hands, unburdened shoulders, and an unclenched heart. I came to give you life, and peace is part of that life. You do not need to earn what I already gave. You do not need to qualify for what I already covered. The cross was enough. My love is enough. My name is enough. When I speak peace, no power in hell can override it. No memory can erase it. No diagnosis can cancel it. No news can overwhelm it. My peace is eternal. And that's what I leave you with tonight. Not just a feeling, but a gift. As I said in the Gospel of John, chapter 14, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled and do not be afraid." That's a command, but also a comfort. Because I never ask you to do something without giving you the strength to do it. So when your heart begins to race, remember who controls its rhythm. When your thoughts begin to swirl, remember who walks on water. When your soul begins to tremble, remember who speaks and the wind listens. That is the one who calls you beloved. That is the one who holds your life. That is me. And I am here, closer than your skin, stronger than your fear, kinder than your shame, wiser than your thoughts, more faithful than your feelings. I do not leave when it gets dark, I become your light. I do not leave when it gets loud, I become your whisper. I do not leave when it gets hard, I become your help. You will look back on this moment and see it as the night things shifted. The night the storm lost its power. The night peace walked in and stayed. You may not remember every word, but your spirit will remember the change. That is my promise to you, and I never break a promise. Even when you've forgotten what I said, I still fulfill it. Even when your faith is tired, I remain faithful. Even when your thoughts tell you otherwise, my truth stands unchanged. My promise of peace does not depend on your perfection. It depends on my presence. And I never withdraw my presence from the ones I love. You are not walking through life alone anymore. You are not left to figure everything out. You are not required to hold it all together. You are invited to lean, to rest, to breathe, to believe. Let my peace wrap around you like a soft blanket in the coldest night. Let it become the warmth you carry into every room, the light you hold in every dark place, the stillness that steadies your every step. You are becoming new, not just in your thoughts, but in your whole being. The places in your body where anxiety used to live are now being cleared out and filled with calm. Where tension once took root, healing now flows. Where restlessness stirred, quiet begins to rise. This is not temporary. This is transformation. You are being made whole by my hands. And yes, I will keep working in you, even in your sleep, especially in your sleep. That is when I sing over you. That is when my spirit restores what the day tried to steal. That is when I quiet your fears without a single word. That is when I mend what anxiety broke. You may not see it with your eyes, but your spirit knows it. Every night I rebuild you with peace. So tonight, as you lay down, let go. Let go of the questions you can't answer. Let go of the weight you were never meant to carry. Let go of the pressure to figure it all out. My shoulders are stronger. My plan is better. My pace is perfect. You don't have to control everything to be okay. You just have to stay close to me. And I promise I will guide you, even through the parts of your mind you don't understand, even through the flashbacks, the intrusive thoughts, the moments where fear seems louder than faith. I am still louder. My love speaks louder. My truth rings deeper. My peace breaks through like sunlight through storm clouds. You are not failing. You are healing. One breath at a time. One choice at a time. One moment of surrender at a time. You don't need to conquer everything tonight. You only need to receive. Receive my words. Receive my peace. Receive the truth that you are not broken beyond repair. You are loved beyond measure. I don't see you as fragile. I see you as mine. Even the tears you've cried have not gone unnoticed. I've counted everyone. I've bottled them in heaven. Psalm 56 says, I hold your tears in my bottle and record them in my book. None are lost. None are wasted. I see what others cannot. I see your fight. I see your faith. I see the way you've kept going even when your strength gave out. And I honor that. But now I ask you to do something new, not to push forward, but to lie down. To let peace be your guide instead of pressure. To let trust lead instead of tension. To let my presence be enough, even when answers are missing. This is where your soul finds rest. This is where your storm finally ends. Not because the world changed, but because you did. Because I changed you. You no longer have to brace yourself for what might go wrong. You don't have to live with mental alarms ringing in the background of your every thought. I have turned off the sirens. I have closed the gates. I have stood guard. I watch over you, even as you sleep. My word says in Psalm 121, the one who watches over you will neither slumber nor sleep. I do not sleep so you can. I am not anxious about your future, so you don't have to be. I'm not afraid of what's ahead, so you can walk forward in peace. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. And that means my peace is constant. It does not flicker when the news changes. It does not vanish when the voices get loud. It does not hide when the darkness grows. It shines. It speaks. It stays. So the next time your thoughts try to take over, come back to me. Sit in my words again. Let my promises quiet your panic. Let my love anchor you. Let my presence steady you. This is your new rhythm. This is your new normal, not frantic but firm, not shaken but rooted, not drowning but held. You will walk through storms and remain dry. You will lie down in chaos and sleep soundly. You will speak to fear with calm in your voice. You will recognize lies before they settle in. You will carry peace into every atmosphere, and people will ask why. And you will smile and say, because Jesus spoke peace to my mind, and it obeyed. And that peace, it's still speaking. It hasn't stopped since I first said, peace, be still. My words never return empty. They keep moving, keep healing, keep anchoring hearts like yours. Even when you forget, my peace does not forget you. It follows you like a shadow, like a song you can't unhear. It waits for you every morning. It surrounds you every night. Let it speak louder than your fears. Let it answer before your anxiety does. Let it walk into rooms ahead of you and prepare the atmosphere. Let it sit beside you when you don't know what to say. Let it stand over you like a banner when thoughts try to crash in. My peace is not passive. It is power. It is the proof of my presence. It is the echo of my authority. You do not need to apologize for the storm you've been through. You don't need to hide how hard it's been. You only need to return again and again to the truth that I am for you, that I am with you, that I do not grow tired of calming you. I am not frustrated with your process. I am faithful in your progress. I know how to lead you out gently. Don't measure your healing by how quiet your mind is. Measure it by how quickly you run to me when the noise comes back. That is growth. That is wisdom. That is trust. You are no longer doing this alone. The weight of fixing yourself is not on your shoulders. It never was. It's on mine, and I already carried it to the cross. You are free. So let peace become your weapon. Let it fight back when panic creeps in. Let it rise up when doubt tries to settle. Let it guard your heart like a soldier. Philippians chapter 4 says, "The peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." My peace does not just soothe, it protects. It stands watch. It shields your soul. You don't have to be perfect to be peaceful. You don't have to be unshakable to be loved. You only have to stay close to me. When you stay near, my peace becomes your shield, your sound, your song. It becomes the way you speak to yourself, the way you treat others, the way you carry burdens. And slowly, even the heaviest burdens begin to feel light. This is not just about sleeping better. This is about living freer. You were never meant to live in survival mode. You were not created for chronic fear. Your nervous system was designed to rest in my rhythm. Your mind was created to think with my truth. Your spirit was designed to remain in my presence. And I am here, restoring every part of you to that original design. So tonight, let this be your declaration. I am not afraid. I am not alone. I am not a slave to anxiety. I belong to Jesus. His peace guards me. His voice leads me. His presence fills me. I will sleep in peace and rise in strength. Say it again. Let your soul memorize it. Let it become your defense when fear tries again. Let it become the language of your life. This peace is not temporary. It is not seasonal. It is not conditional. It is a gift, a covenant, a promise. I did not say maybe peace. I said, my peace I give you. I do not take it back. I do not change my mind. I do not give peace to one and withhold it from another. If you are mine, then peace belongs to you. Not someday, not maybe, now. Even when storms return, you will respond differently. You won't collapse, you'll stand. You won't isolate, you'll reach out. You won't believe every thought, you'll test it with truth. You won't surrender to panic, you'll submit to peace. This is how you grow. This is how you live, not in fear, but in fullness. You were made for more than survival. You were made for peace, real peace, strong peace, deep peace. The kind that holds you through grief, through loss, through chaos, through uncertainty. The kind that cannot be explained by logic but can be proven by the way you live. The kind that turns a trembling heart into a steady flame. That is what I give you now. And even if your body trembles, your spirit doesn't have to. Even if your hands shake, your soul can stand tall. Even if the world crumbles, you are unbroken. Because I am your center. I am your calm. I am your home. When everything else shifts, I remain. When everything else falls, I hold. So inhale and say, Jesus, you are my peace. Exhale and say, Jesus, I rest in you. Do it again slowly. Let your body learn the rhythm of calm. Let your breath testify that you are safe. Let your nervous system remember what your soul already knows. Peace is here and it is mine. And when you rise tomorrow, it will still be here, waiting at your bedside, waiting in your kitchen, waiting in your thoughts. I go ahead of you. I go behind you. I go with you. The same Jesus who calmed the sea still calms you. Not once, not sometimes, always. My calm does not run out. It does not depend on your mood or your performance or how spiritual you feel today. My peace does not fade like feelings. It is anchored in who I am, and I do not change. When I say peace, be still, I say it for eternity. This means your anxious thoughts are not stronger than my presence. They may feel overwhelming, but they are not in control. They may echo loudly, but they do not have the final word. I do, and my word is peace. I created your mind. I formed the synapses, the chemistry, the delicate systems that process emotion and memory. I understand them more than any doctor or textbook ever will, and I do not shame them. I heal them. You are not broken. You are beloved. Even if you've been told that your anxiety disqualifies you, I tell you that you are not only qualified, you are chosen. I will use your mind, even the parts that feel fragile, to carry strength to others. I will use your testimony to unlock peace in those who think they are too far gone. You are not too far gone. You are held closer than ever. Do not believe the lie that you must have perfect thoughts to have my presence. My spirit is not scared off by struggle. I do not leave when your mind feels messy. I draw near. I sit with you. I hold you when you can't hold yourself together. I calm you when you don't have the words to ask for help. I cover you when shame tries to expose your weakness. I restore you when fear drains your strength. And I don't just calm the storms around you, I calm the storm within you. The private chaos, the inner spiral, the thought loops you don't talk about, the fears you whisper in the dark, the tension you carry in your shoulders, the racing heart, the sweaty palms, the dread you can't explain. I know it all, I see it all, and I enter it all with peace. You don't need to hide from me to be healed. You need to come to me. As you are, with everything, don't wait to feel ready. Come with the anxiety still in your chest. Come with the questions still swirling. Come with the weight still heavy. And watch what I do. Watch how I lift it. Watch how I breathe into the places you thought were too far gone. Because nothing is too far gone for me. Not a single thought, not a single night, not a single memory. I redeem it all. I rewrite what shame tried to narrate. I rebuild what fear tried to tear down. I reroute what anxiety tried to detour. You are not trapped in the same cycle anymore. The storm has been confronted, and I am the one who spoke to it. And when I speak, creation obeys. The wind still listens. The waves still recognize my voice. The chaos still submits, and so does your mind. Your mind is not the enemy, it is the battlefield where I win. It is the soil where I plant truth. It is the place where new peace is born. You are not at war with yourself anymore. I have stepped in. I have taken command. I am restoring order. Every time you breathe in my presence, the atmosphere changes. Not only in your body, but in your home, in your family, in your relationships. My peace flows outward from the stillness within you. It becomes a river, not a pond. It spreads. It grows. It reaches others. The calm you now carry will begin to reach those around you who have never known rest. You will become a carrier of stillness in a world of storms. You will walk into rooms and shift the tone, not because you're louder, but because you're grounded. Not because you know all the answers, but because you know me. That is what changes everything. Not your personality, not your performance, not your productivity, but your proximity to me. Stay near, that's all I ask. Don't run when your thoughts feel messy. Don't pretend when the panic tries again. Just return, again and again. My arms are always open. My voice is always gentle. My correction is full of compassion. My truth never condemns, it invites you higher. My peace doesn't push, it welcomes you in. And the more time you spend in my presence, the more natural peace will feel. It won't feel like something you have to chase. It will feel like home, like a room you can always enter, like a light you can always turn on, like a voice you can always hear saying, "Peace, be still," even when the thunder rolls. I am not a visitor in your storm. I am the Lord of it. I do not ask for your chaos to be cleaned up before I come. I step right into the waves. I speak to the winds. I stand in the middle of the confusion and I bring clarity. You do not have to wait for peace. You have to receive it. And peace begins not when everything outside changes, but when you allow me to change what's happening inside. Your nervous system is learning a new rhythm. Your mind is being retrained by my word. Your emotions are not abandoned, they are held. I am reteaching your soul how to feel safe. You were not designed to live in constant fear. You were not made to brace for impact every time the day begins. I am lifting that weight. I am canceling that pattern. I am writing a new one, and it is peace. That peace is not a fragile whisper. It is a roar that silences shame. It is a force that realigns every part of you with truth. You will begin to feel it even before the thoughts come. You'll feel it like a warning when something doesn't belong. You'll feel it like a steady anchor when anxiety tries to speak. You'll feel it like sunlight touching your face after a long, cold night. Because you are not just managing symptoms anymore, you are healing. Real healing, deep healing, spirit-first healing. The kind that touches every layer of your being. The kind that rewires the way you think, the way you speak to yourself, the way you rest, the way you trust. The kind of healing that only I can give, and I am giving it now. So let this be your new atmosphere. Let my presence define your space. Let your home become a sanctuary of stillness. Let the rooms you walk through carry my fragrance. Let your bed become a place of encounter, not anxiety. Let your thoughts begin and end with me. And let my peace speak louder than anything else in your mind. Even when the enemy tries again, and yes, he will, I will be faster. Even when old fears return, I will stand in front of them. Even when doubt whispers its old lies, I will speak truth louder. You are not defenseless anymore. You are not vulnerable to every storm. You are covered. You are equipped. You are mine. And you know how I care for what is mine. I do not lose it. I do not abandon it. I do not leave it to figure things out alone. I stay, I surround, I restore, I comfort, I defend, I nurture, I speak. I breathe, I carry. This is not just love. This is covenant. My blood bought your peace. My spirit maintains it. My hand secures it. This is why even when panic tries to creep in, it can no longer stay. It doesn't belong here anymore. It doesn't match your new nature. It doesn't agree with who you are becoming. You are being transformed from the inside out, not conformed to anxiety, but conformed to Christ. Not shaped by trauma, but shaped by truth. Not ruled by fear, but ruled by love. Perfect love casts out fear. That's not just a verse, it's your reality now. My love is not theory, it is action, it is voice, it is atmosphere. It's the reason you can sleep tonight. It's the reason you can wake up calm. It's the reason you'll start responding differently. Because when love reigns, fear flees, and I am love. So tonight, as you rest, I want you to remember this. I am not watching from a distance. I am not waiting for you to earn calm. I am with you. I am in the room. I am near enough to catch every tear, close enough to hear every thought, strong enough to hold your entire mind in peace. Nothing is too loud for me to quiet. Nothing is too deep for me to touch. Breathe deeply, not just for your lungs, but for your soul. Every breath becomes an act of worship. Every exhale becomes a release. Every moment of stillness becomes holy. You are no longer running, no longer hiding. You are at rest. And in this rest, I rebuild what life has worn down. I refill what fear has drained. I restore what anxiety tried to steal. Let your heart believe it. You are safe. You are loved. You are surrounded by my peace. I am not just calming the storm, I am calming you. And I will keep doing it every night, every morning, every moment, until peace is not just something you feel, but something you become. You are becoming peace. It is not just a feeling you visit. It is now the core of who you are with me. The battles you once fought in silence are now turning into the songs you will sing out loud. Your struggle is transforming into a testimony. Your nights of worry are being rewritten as mornings of hope. The places where you once only knew anxiety are now becoming the places where you most clearly sense my nearness. This is not the end of your story, it is a new chapter. You are walking out of old patterns. You are stepping away from shame. You are leaving behind the expectation of panic. You are rising each day with fresh strength. You are living as someone who is deeply loved and fully known, no longer hiding, no longer waiting for disaster, no longer letting old memories dictate your future. Even as the world outside continues to change, you will be steady. You will become a safe harbor for others, a voice of calm in the middle of confusion. Your words will carry a new authority, not because you learn to control everything, but because you learn to trust the one who controls it all. My peace is now your power. My calm is now your covering. My presence is your new atmosphere. Let yourself feel the difference. When stress tries to press in, you will recognize it for what it is, a stranger, not a master. When old fears knock, you will answer with faith, not trembling. When anxious thoughts try to invade, you will remember what is true. Jesus is here. I am not alone. Peace belongs to me. This is your inheritance, not by works, but by grace. I want you to see yourself the way I see you now, stronger than before, softer in spirit, braver in faith, more open to joy, more anchored in truth, more sensitive to my voice and less reactive to the noise. Every day, the gap between the storms and your spirit will grow wider. You will begin to notice how little things that used to shake you now pass by like wind against a mountain. The roots of peace go deep. Others will see it too. They may not always understand, but they will feel the difference in your presence. Your family, your friends, your community, they will notice the stillness you carry, and some will ask why. You will not need to preach, you will simply live. Your peace will preach for you. Your calm will invite others in. Your testimony will be a lighthouse, quietly shining. Do not worry about the days ahead. Do not fear slipping back into old ways. My spirit keeps what my love begins. I finish what I start. Even if you stumble, even if you have a bad day, my peace is not taken away. I do not measure your progress in perfection. I celebrate your every return. My arms remain open. My welcome remains warm. You can come back as often as you need. You can rest again and again. You can ask for peace as many times as your heart requires. There is no limit to my patience. There is no end to my giving. My supply is inexhaustible. My love for you is forever. My peace for you is everlasting. So now let your soul settle. Let the weight lift. Let your thoughts find their anchor. You do not have to anticipate storms anymore. Instead, anticipate blessing. Anticipate renewal. Anticipate waking up each morning to my presence already at work, already whispering, "Peace, be still," before your feet even touch the ground. Rest in the truth that the same Jesus who calmed the storm on the sea now lives within you. The same hands that held Peter above the waves now hold your mind steady. The same Spirit that raised me from the grave now breathes calm into your chest. You are more than a survivor. You are a carrier of peace, called and chosen to walk in victory. Let this be your confession tonight and every night. Jesus, you are my peace. Jesus, you calm my mind. Jesus, I trust your presence. I receive your rest. I carry your love. I walk in your freedom. And I will never be the same. This is the story I write over you, and I will never stop writing. Each day, each breath, each step you take becomes another line in the story of my peace at work within you. Nothing will erase what I have spoken over your life. No mistake, no relapse, no shadow of fear can blot out the promises I have made. My faithfulness to you is stronger than your doubts. My mercy is wider than your wandering. My love is deeper than anything you will ever face. So tonight, let your head rest knowing that you are fully known and perfectly loved. Let your pillow hold not just your body, but your burdens, because I am here to lift every care. As you close your eyes, picture my hand on your heart, steadying its rhythm, calming your breathing, soothing every muscle. You do not have to protect yourself in the night. My angels surround you. My spirit fills the room. My peace stands guard as you sleep. Tomorrow, when the sun rises, my peace will rise with it. Every moment you need calm, my presence will be there. When worries try to wake before you do, remember, I have already spoken to your day. I have already set blessing in your path. I have already filled the hours ahead with new mercies, new strength, and a fresh outpouring of rest for your mind and soul. You will notice a change, not only in how you feel, but in how you live. Your words will carry gentleness. Your reactions will slow. Your choices will become rooted in trust instead of driven by panic. And as this new way of living grows in you, you will begin to taste the abundant life I always dreamed for you. Not a life without challenges, but a life where every storm meets a greater calm within. Your life will become a testimony. Your freedom will become contagious. Those who used to see only your struggle will begin to see your strength. Those who have worried about you will see the difference peace makes. And you, beloved, will remember these nights, the turning points, the quiet victories, the sacred moments when anxiety surrendered to love. When you look back, you will not see only the battles. You will see the faithfulness that carried you through. You will see my hand in every memory, my comfort in every season, my voice in every valley. You will understand what it means to say, "Peace, be still," and truly believe it for yourself. As you drift into sleep, know this: you are never alone, not for a moment. My spirit is closer than breath. My heart beats for you. My love is unshakable, and my peace will never leave you. No matter what tomorrow brings, you can rest in the certainty that you belong to me, and that I am both your beginning and your end. I will keep whispering truth into your soul, night after night, day after day. My peace is your inheritance, my presence your promise, my love your anchor. You are safe, you are held, you are mine. Now sleep, child. I am here. Let my peace be your pillow and my presence your rest, tonight and always. You try to smile, to carry on, to act like everything is under control, but I see past the surface. I see the moments when you lie in bed, unable to quiet your thoughts, staring at the ceiling in the dark, hopping for sleep but instead meeting a flood of memories, regrets, worries, and what-ifs. I know what it feels like when anxiety creeps in without warning, when your breathing shortens, your chest tightens, and you feel like the whole world is pressing down on you. That's why I speak now, gently but firmly, with all the authority of heaven in my voice. Peace, be still. You don't need to carry these waves alone. The storm within you does not frighten me. I calm the sea with a single command, and I will calm the chaos in your mind with the same voice. Let me in. Let me hold your thoughts and bring order to what feels like confusion. You've tried to silence your anxiety with distraction, with effort, even with isolation. But I am not asking you to try harder. I'm asking you to surrender. Give me the overthinking, the dread, the mental exhaustion. Give me the pressure to always be strong, to always have the answer, to hold everything together. I never asked you to do all of that on your own. I only asked you to trust me. You're not weak because you're overwhelmed. You're not failing just because you feel tired. I am not disappointed in your struggle. I am standing right beside you in it. Every racing thought that tells you you're not enough, every whisper of fear that says you're alone, I see it and I speak against it. I say, peace, be still. Not just to the world outside you, but to the waves crashing inside your soul. You don't have to earn my peace. It's already yours. I paid for it with my blood. I give it freely. It's not a feeling, it's a promise. I see the toll it takes when you try to smile through your battles. I know the weight of the silence you carry, the words you don't say, the prayers you whisper when no one's listening.